Kara.
Sir, wait, sir. Students are to tell no. I'll chapter, sir. Kara, what Kara ki inkoka names చెప్పాను కదా నిన్న ఏంటి చెప్పండి కారాకి
ఏమని చెప్పారమ్మా స్టోన్ వాట్ అని చెప్పారా
సార్ మీరు వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు మీరు వెళ్ళిపోండి సార్ మేము ప్రశాంతంగా చెప్పుకుంటాం
ఓకే మేడం ప్లీజ్ కంటిన్యూ
యా టెల్ మీ గర్ల్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద అనదర్ నేమ్ ఆఫ్ కారా మీరు చెప్పకపోతే నేను క్లాస్ చెప్పను వాట్ ఈస్ ద నేమ్
అమ్మా పీపీటీ లో ఉంది చూసి చెప్పండి
స్టోన్ వాట్ బ్రిటిల్ వాట్ అని చెప్పానా ఎందుకు ఆ పేరు వచ్చిందని కూడా చెప్పిన కారా థాలస్ కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ తో ప్రిపేర్ అయి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి అంటే కారా ద టోటల్ సెల్ టు మేడ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ టు ద కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ that's where the Kara plant body name is called brittle wort or stone wort. When you can touch the Kara, that is a very rough surface is there. Yes, ma. Why? The made up of the Kara is the like that. The two chemicals to calcium carbonate to made up of like that. The Kara is the to touch brittle wort or stone wort. These are the examples. And next one second, ma. These all things are yesterday class completed, no? What is the occurrence? What is the height of Kara? What type of rhizoids are present? And what is the main axis? To here, the well-developed thallus is there to compare to the other one. What are the other one meaning? The bulwarks and Edogonium thallus is different from compared to Kara. The Kara is well-developed thallus is there. Macroscopic, you can see the directly eye contact. In this one, two well-developed thallus is present. Two branches are there. Main axis, one lateral, one is the group unlimited growth main axis, and the second one is the branches of limited growth. These two branches also I'll explain in the last class. Next one. And this one, these are the all are what is the axillary bud, what is the cortex, what is the cell structure, what is the nodal cell, what is the difference in between nodal cell and internodal cell also completed in yesterday. Yes or no, girls? Yeah, tell
yes,
me.
ma'am.
Yeah, next I'll reproduction in vegetative also completed, but I'll repeat the reproduction again to vegetative reproduction. See the chlorophycean member, Kara, the second the chlorophycean member, the third type study is Kara. This Kara thallus is very well developed to compare to the other two. The thallus to made up of calcium carbonates. That's where you can touch to Kara, very rough surface are there. That's why the name is called brittle worts or stone wort. And another thing, the Kara, this is the macroscopic structure. You can observe to the direct eye contact. And the here two branches is main important. One is the main axis, that is the unlimited growth branches. And second one is the limited growth of the branches is there. Each and every branch you can observe to the node and internode. Here, where the node part is there, in that node part to produce to the lateral branches. This is the unlimited growth of branches. And in these nodes, the node and internode cells also different. All cells are made up of calcium carbonate, but the node cell and the internode cell, both are the cell structure is very different. Not structure, characters. In yesterday class, I'll explain that characters also. This is the Kara thallus habitat. That's it. What is the reproduction? Here, Kara is the two types of reproduction. Tell me, girls, what is the two types of reproduction is there? Which one is absent in the Kara?
Asexual absent.
Asexual reproduction is absent. Good. Only
Absent.
only two types of reproduction is there. One is a vegetative reproduction. The second one is a sexual reproduction. Very important vegetative reproduction. Sometime to ask the short question. Okay, the vegetative reproduction you can observe to the Kara five types of reproductions are there. One is the amylum starch. Second one is the bulbils. Third one is the amorphous bulbils. Fourth one tubers. And fifth one is called secondary protonema. These are five under the vegetative reproduction. In case to ask the question in short question, you can write down any three types of vegetative reproduction. What is the amylum starch? Well, amylum, first one I'll explain to the bulbils. These bulbils, spherical and oval shape, tube-like structures. In the thallus, rhizoids are also most important. Multiserrate, obligate septas are present in this rhizoid. What is the help of a rhizoid? To attach it to the any substratum, to absorption of the minerals, to provide to the total plant body. This is the rhizoidal importance. Here, you can observe to the rhizoidal, these rhizoidal spherical shape and rhizoidal to attach to the this bulbils. The shape of bulbils is called oval shape and spherical shape. Tube-like structure is present. When it can development of after bulbils to mature the bulbils to the attachment of the plant to germinate new thallus of Kara. The best example Kara, Aspora, you can observe this type of vegetative reproduction. Next, the second thing is the amylum starch. In some species of Kara, that is example for species Kara stisellina. These are lower node part. You can main axis develop to the multicellular star shape. Aggregate cells are present. In this star shape aggregation cells to filled with the starch particles. That starch, amylum starch, hence it is called amylum starch. Amylum star shaped vegetative reproduction. When these amylum starts to be attached from the plant to develop into a new Kara thallus. This is the second one of the Kara, the second one of the vegetative reproduction. Next one, third one. Third one is called amorphous bulbils. Amorphous bulbils are group. Here, many group of bulbils to provide to produce the rhizoid. Where the rhizoids are there, in that rhizoid, the group of bulbils to produce. In these bulbils, you can observe many cells, irregular shape. Not the bulbils is the spherical shape, oval shape, I'll explain now. But this amorphous bulbils, the irregular shape is there. A group of bulbils to produce to the rhizoidal cell, which developed lower node main axis. The example of these bulbils, Kara delicatula and Kara blatica, Kara fracfera. You can write down any one example for this one. And the second point of the amorphous bulbils, presenting structures are there when the main plant die under unfavorable condition. Listen careful, girls. When unfavorable conditions are there, when the lakes and ponds, no water conditions, in the summer season, drought season is there. In that time, when the main plant to die under unfavorable condition, these bulbils survive and make Kara plant and return favorable condition. When rainy season to in that time, these bulbils to develop to produce to the new Kara plant. This is the amorphous bulbils. And the next thing, fourth one is a secondary protonema. What is the secondary protonema? Here, secondary protonema, these are tubular filamentous structure which develops from primary protonema or basal cells of rhizoidal to produce the secondary protonema. These protonema like primary protonema from Kara plant. And this one is the total asexual reproduction. Sorry, vegetative reproduction. Did you understood the vegetative? Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Next one, less than the sexual. Here, asexual is totally absent. Only which reproduction is there, ma? Sexual reproduction. That is also called very highly advanced type of oogamous. What type of sexual reproduction? Advanced type of oogamous sexual reproduction is present in Kara. Most of species, Kara species are homothallic. Tell me anyone, what is the meaning of homothalism? What is the meaning of homothalism? Ante enti? Most of species are homothalism. Some of species of dioecious. Here, homothalism is the individual. Male and female reproductive organs, same, single, different. Dioecious is the same in that one. See, most of species is a homothalism. Example, this one, Gillianica cara. Some of species is the dioecious or heterothalism are there. That is the Cara velicci. Cara velicci is the dioecious species or heterothallic species. The sex organs on the branches of limited growth are primary lateral. You know, two branches are there, no girls? Where the branches of limited growth are there, or primary laterals are there. In that lateral, to produce the nucleus above the globule. You know, Cara, the sex organ's name is different. Globule is the male reproductive organ. This one, round spherical shape is there, no girls? See in the picture. This is the globule. This one is called the nucleus. This is the globule, male reproductive organ or antheridia. Globule, and female reproductive organ name is called nucleus. Always sex organs arise on the branches of limited growth or primary laterals to produce these two sex organs. Always nucleus above the globule. The development of globule and nucleus takes place simultaneously, but globule mature before the nucleus. Okay. First, I'll explain what is the globule, how to development of globule. These things I'll explain. Okay. Now I'll explain to the globule structure. What is the globule structure? Here, globule, antheridia, spermatozema. These are names are same, but you can write down always globule only. In Cara time, you can write down male reproductive organ name is called globule. See, what is the structure of globule? How to development of globule? Now I'll explain. The structure of globule is spherical shape, reddish in color, and consists of a pedicel. What is the pedicel? See here in the picture. This one is the pedicel, meaning is stalk. What is the pedicel? This is the stalk. And shield made up of 8 plate-like cells. A shield cells is there. See, the mature globule is made up of 8 curved shield cells. 8 curved shield cells. Where the shield cells are there? See, this one is, girls, you can observe the diagram. This one is a pedicel. Yes, pedicel, or another name is called stalk. Where this part is the node. You can observe where the primary lateral node is there. In that primary lateral node to produce the sex organ. First, I'll explain to the globule sex organ development. This is the nodal part. In that nodal part to attach to the globule development to form. Here, the globule, the first globule shape is the spherical shape, reddish in color, and consists of a pedicel. This is called the pedicel. This name is called stalk. Pedicel or stalk. A shield made up of 8 plate-like cells. How many plate-like cells? 8. Go. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, girls, 8 cells are there. Confusion 8 unnaya? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You can draw the diagram in your records or in your practical time. You can in the examination time, don't draw in your own cells. You can draw the 8 shield cells. How many shield cells are there, ma?
8.
8 shield cells. 8 shield cells, like 8 shield made up of plate-like cells. These are the 8 plate-like cells. The shield cells are filled with red color or yellow color. These cells, why that color is exhibit in this globule? The shield cells filled with the yellow color or red color pigment. That's where the characteristic color of the antheridium or globule. And the next point, okay, shield cell, you can got it, the idea of shield cell. What happened? Wait. Yeah. Next one, manubrial. How many cells are there? 8 manubrial cells. Where manubrial? See here, girls. Outer layer cells is called shield cell. Outer layer cells, second layer cells you can observe. See, this one manubrial, second manubrial, third manubrial, fourth. But 8 are no. Backside again 4 are there. That's where these 1, 2, 3, 4. These cells are 8 manubrial cell, or another name, manubrial cells, another name is called handle cells. What is the another name of a manubrial? Girls, what is the another name of manubrial cells? ఏమంటారు? ఇంకొక పేరు ఏమని చెప్పాను? హ్యాండిల్ సెల్. చెప్పండి ఏంటి? విచ్ సెల్? హ్యాండిల్ సెల్. మానుబ్రియల్ సెల్ అన్న హ్యాండిల్ సెల్ అన్న. యా. అండ్ 8 షీల్డ్ సెల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 8 షీల్డ్ సెల్ తర్వాత సెకండ్ లేయర్ లో ఉన్న సెల్స్ ఏమన్నారు? మానుబ్రియల్. షీల్డ్ సెల్ లో అంతా కూడా మనకి ఏంటి? 8 షీల్డ్ సెల్ కలర్ ఫిల్డ్ అయి ఉంటుంది, ఎల్లో ఆర్ లైక్ రెడ్ కలర్. దట్స్ వే the characteristic color of the globule. Next layer of the cell enti? Manubrial cells or handle cells. Ivi kuda enni unnai? 8. Next point chudandi. 8 అయిపోయినాయి కదా manubrial. Next nene cheppedi enti ante arise from the shield cell, this manubrial. In between cavities. In between cavities ante manubrial cells cavities, manubrial and shield cell, both cells in between cavities of manubrium. See, you can observe, this is the one manubrium, this is the second manubrium. In between manubrium cells, these are primary capitulum cells antaru. Manubrium cells ki madhyana unna cells ni emantaru ante primary capitulum antaru. First meeku layer lo unna cell name shield cells antaru. Shield cells filled with the red color, that's where the color of globule. Second layer lo unna cell ni manubrium cells antaru. In manubrial cells also 8 manubrial cells. In between manubrial cells lo unde cell name antarante primary capitulum cells. After primary capitulum, you can observe the in the middle part, girls. This middle part cell is called secondary capitulum cell. What is that? These things are secondary capitulum cells. These secondary capitulum cells just long clip-like coiled antheridial filament. This is the secondary capitulum. Many antheridial filaments are present. Clip-like antheridial cells are present in the secondary capitulum. Each capitulum or each sperm mother cell, the total output of sperm is about biflagellate anthrozoids are produced. At maturity, the sealed cell antheridium separate from each other, exposing antheridial filament in water. The sperm mother cell gelatinous to liberate the anthrozoid, and this one to the development of globule. అర్థమైందా globule గురించి?
Yes, ma'am.
యా. ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ గా ఏంటి అంటే గ్లోబ్యూల్ లో మానుబ్రియల్ సెల్స్, షీల్డ్ సెల్స్ 8, ప్లేట్ లాగా ఉంటాయి. షీల్డ్ సెల్ ఫిల్డ్ విత్ ద రెడ్ కలర్, దట్స్ వే ద కలర్ ఆఫ్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ ఫీచర్ ఆఫ్ గ్లోబ్యూల్. సెకండ్ లేయర్ సెల్స్ ఏంటి? 8 మానిబ్రియల్ సెల్స్. 8 మానిబ్రియల్ సెల్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ సెల్స్ ని ప్రైమరీ క్యాపిటులం అంటారు. ప్రైమరీ క్యాపిటులం అండ్ మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ సెల్స్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ సెకండరీ క్యాపిటులం. సెకండరీ క్యాపిటులం లాంగ్ క్లిప్ లైక్ కాయిల్డ్ ఆంథరీడియల్ ఫిలమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ ఆంథరీడియల్ ఫిలమెంట్స్ నుంచి టోటల్ అవుట్పుట్ ఆఫ్ స్పర్మ్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ 20,000 నుంచి 50,000 స్పర్మ్స్ అనేటివి రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి. దిస్ ఇస్ ద డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ గ్లోబ్యూల్. నెక్స్ట్ చూడండి న్యూక్యూల్. ఏంటి న్యూక్యూల్ అంటే? ఏం చెప్పాను మీకు ఇందాక న్యూక్యూల్ గురించి? చెప్పండి ఏంటి న్యూక్యూల్? ఫిమేల్ రిప్రొడక్టివ్ ఆర్గాన్. ఇన్ కారా, what is the nucleus ma? Tell me anyone, what is the nucleus?
Reproductive
organ in Kara. See, this is the nucleus, girls. See, can very clear, no? This one is the nucleus. Nucleus is the female reproductive organ. It is a large oval structure. It is a large oval structure covered with green spiral. See, you can observe the diagram. Here many spirals are present. These spirals are filled with green in color. మీకు ఇలా కనిపిస్తున్నాయా చారల్లాగా? These are called spirals. Green spirals are present coiled tube cells forming a sterile sheath. దీన్ని ఏమంటారు? Sterile sheath అంటారు. The sheath provide to protection. What is the important of in this sheath? To provide to the hello
protection.
One second నేను చేశానే. Yeah, see girls, here nucleus is what is the shape of nucleus? Tell me, what is the shape of nucleus? Oval shape. Large and oval shape is there. In that one is the green in spiral coiled tubes are forming the sterile sheath. One second, I'll close it. And the sheath provide to the protection. Okay. It is born at the node side. Where you can observe this one? Born on the node side of the primary laterals. Just above the globule. This one also you can observe to the just above the globule. This just above the globule, here this color also green in color. You can observe this one is a green in color. This one also homothallic species. Mature nucleus attached to the node by the pedicel. The nucleus is surrounded by 5 tube cells. How many cells are there? Nucleus develop from peripheral initial, which divides to form a row of 3 cells. Any cell ga divide avutundi? A row of 3 cells. That first cell is called basal cell. This one, the basal cell. This basal cell does not divide further and form a pedicel. దీన్ని ఏమంటారు? Pedicel అంటారు. This is not to further division. The upper cell, this one is the upper one. This cell is called upper cell. The upper cell form the oogonia. These upper cells to form oogonia cells. These cells by transfer division gives rise to a, which one? The upper cells. Transfer divisions are present with the upper cells. These transfer division, after transfer divisions gives a upper 5 cells. These upper 5 cell, upper corona, these cells is to form the corona. What is the, corona, not coronavirus. Here cone-like structure cells to perform. That's why the cell name is called corona cell. And lower part also 5 cells are there. That cell name is called, these are the lower cells. Cells name is called tube cells. The upper corona cells form a cap over the oogonia. When the nucleus mature, the tube cells below the corona rupture to form to the pore. Here, Wugonia cell possesses a single large ovum or egg. This one, see here, single large egg or single large ovum to provide to contain large amount of starch, oils. The receptive spot is present upper part of nucleus. This is the receptive spot. One second. Next one. Fertilization. After to development of globule and nucleus. See, this is the corona of the nucleus. These are the pedicel, and this is the spiral threads, and the outer layer cells is called tube cells. Chara fertilization, the biflagellate anthrozoid. See, you can observe the sperms is there. In that sperm is called anthrozoid. When the oogonium is mature, when the oogonium is mature, the 5 tube cells get separate from each other, forming a narrow slit between them. Anthrozoid, see here, these anthrozoid chemotically attracted, and here to produce some chemicals to attract towards the ovum or nucleus. The anthrozoid enter through this slit or and penetrate gelatinous wall of the oogonium. Many anthrozoid enter into the oogonium, but only one of fertilized egg to make the diploid zygote. Here anthrozoid fuse with the egg to form a diploid zygote. The zygote create a very thick wall. The sheath cells degenerate. The zygote undergoes a period of rest. This is the fertilization. After rest, the zygote to germination of zygote. Before germination, the diploid nucleus migrates to the anterior region, where it divides by the meiosis from the haploid cell. You can observe this one, this picture, haploid cells. Out of these three nuclei degenerate. Total 4 to form, 3 is the degenerate. These 3 degenerate, the remaining cell, only one cell is there, no? This part. The remaining cell divide to form a rhizoidal initial. See, clear girls. Only one remaining cell to produce to the rhizoidal initial and protonema initial. This is the protonema. One is the rhizoidal initial. The second cell is there, this one is the protonema initial. The protonema initial produced a whole of appendages, one of which is into a Chara plant. This is the total reproduction in the Chara. 1 second, girls. One second, ma. Yeah, tell me, girls, if any doubt in the Chara. Adhamainda anukunta. I hope to understood everyone. Yes. Yeah, tell me what happened. If any doubt.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is
Yes,
the Chara?
ma'am.
Tell
Yes,
me
ma'am.
what is the Chara sex organ names? Tell me, what is the Chara sex organ names?
Globule nucleus.
Which one is globule? Which one is nucleus?
Male globule, ma'am.
Okay.
Organ globule, female reproductive organ nucleus.
Okay, good. How many types of reproductions are there?
Sexual and
One